Joining us now on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline is the head coach of the Cougars, Kalani Sitake. Kalani, always a fun day when you can sign new guys to the fam. And today is a particularly big early signing class, which congratulations on it so far.
Thank you. We're excited for these young men to join our team and looking forward to the plays that they're going to make for us on and off the field. We're excited for their presence and the impact that they're going to have here at BYU.
Okay, so we have 15 of the 16 officially in expected today. What are your overall thoughts on this particular group, 12 of which will serve missions first?
Yeah, just really proud of the group overall. I mean, I think if you talk about the character of the families that they come from, I think they're going to represent BYU really well. And I'm just really excited to have them part of our group. And, you know, in a time where recruiting is so different this year than any other year we've had, I'm really excited about the quality that we have in person and the talent that they bring in as well.
Kalani, this is your 6th recruiting class at BYU. I'm curious where you feel like the program has taken its greatest strides in terms of recruiting during your time here.
Well, for me, it's getting everything rolling, meaning that if you have a good cycle of players coming in, developing, getting them playing time, and then giving them opportunities to make plays, that should show interest in the next level, and you know, as well as winning games. But for us, I think when we start getting more recognition and guys being able to play at the next level and being appreciated for their talents, here we're trying to get players that can sign and also players that we can develop. We have one of the best receivers in the country who is a preferred walk-on, and so a lot of effort goes into recruiting all these young men that take a spot on the 123 roster. So once we start getting that rolling, I feel like we have a good number of players on our team that are NFL quality, and I think you know, we're starting to see that be a consistent deal for us. And I think the talent that we have signing this today will add to that.
Yeah, it's exciting because it takes all kinds of different players, the preferred walk-ons you mentioned, the return missionaries, the guys who just play straight out, and sometimes it takes a minute, like a Dax Milne, to flourish. So with that in mind, I wanted to highlight, I guess, just 3 guys that kind of stick out from this group. Among them, Raider Damuni, Logan Fano, and Mr. Daly. Those guys seem to really pop and could be massive playmakers for BYU in the future.
Yeah, and great families. You know, you're looking at the presence that they have on the field in their high school games, and then you can kind of see that the correlation that's going to take place right here at LaVell Stadium and playing in the blue and white. So really happy about the talent. Like I said, we feel like you know, the difficult thing right now is for the missions, because guys, we sign them and then we see them a little later. But we also get really excited because we see them later. We're bringing another group of great return missionaries in the year 2021. They're going to start in January, and then spring, and then fall. So I think we have a really good cycle of things going, players going in and out, and players that are doing great things, you know, after they graduate, and then the quality that we have. Those 3 young men that you mentioned, I think that they bring a lot to the table, but they've also helped in recruiting a lot of this class. And I think Raider, we offered him a long time ago, and he was committed to you know, being basically a recruiter for us. And you know, he should be really proud of the class that we put together, because he was a big part of that, being a leader for it.
Kalani, how much of an impact has this season's success on the field, how much of an impact has that made in this year's recruiting class, but in recruiting in general?
Well, it's actually opened up the conversation for a lot of different recruits that were out there. A lot of people that didn't know about us had contacted us, like the brand of football that we play, the style that we play on offense, defense, and special teams. And so although it opened up, it made the net a little bit wider, we still have to choose young men that will represent what BYU is all about, you know, and that will live the honor code, that will relish in the environment that's here at BYU, and that we feel like can flourish as an individual in a lot of different areas, and that's spiritually, physically, and definitely mentally with academics here. So looking at people that can fit what we're trying to do here is in a program that fits the academics, that can do all the things that are included being at BYU, and have the mindset of representing what we represent, which is, you know, trying to represent the Christ-like approach to the game of football, which is difficult, but I feel like these young men will fit the profile that we want perfectly.
We're talking with the head coach of the Cougars, Kalani Sitake. Certainly, recruiting in a pandemic is different. How was that different for you, and how did you still find success despite it?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people to thank in the whole recruiting process, and I think everyone goes right to the coaches and the players, and that's a huge part of it. But there's so many people that, especially in this year, that were really vital in our recruiting. I mean, Jason Ayu and Jack Demooney have been just they've done a great job. They've been perfect for the adversity that hit with recruiting, without actually being present. The thing that's been kind of the clincher here at BYU is young men and their families coming to the visits and not having official visits, not having it be a dead period, not attending any games, things like that makes it really difficult to show what your school is all about. And those young men and not having the experience of being out here, being around the environment of the school, going to the Marriott Center and watching the basketball team play and being around the fans, it's different. So I give a lot of credit to Jason and to Jack to find the people that are here to be really creative in ways to give them that experience virtually, and it showed that it worked. I mean, in the press conference, I'll be able to thank all those individuals specifically and individually because they were awesome in the whole process, and we couldn't have done it without them. And this class, they should be really proud of their hard work and effort because it was more than just the coaches on the phone calls and Zoom calls and things like that. It was a lot of their creativity and everything that they helped put together, including today.
Kalani, not only are you guys dealing with the early signing period and going through everything that entails, you guys are also preparing for a bowl game next Tuesday. How have practices been this week?
Yeah, it's been good. We actually took a day off so we can get these guys to recover a little bit from last week, and then we'll get right back onto it with our regular prep. This is different than other bowl games because in the past our season would have been done at the end of November, and then we would have those 15 practices in between the end of the last game and then the bowl game. In this case, we've actually had all those practices and more, and then threw in a couple games in there. So the fact that our guys have been on top of it, I'm excited that we're able to manipulate the system and manipulate the schedule so that it can work for our guys to perform at their best next week on the 22nd. Looking forward to it. Our guys are fired up to go to Boca Raton and face UCF. It's going to be a great game, and looking forward to performing at our best.
What's the biggest challenge in trying to slow down that night offense, which is putting up 44 a game?
Well, it's going to come down to the fundamentals of the game, tackling well, making sure that we're assignment sound. They pressure you by putting a lot of emphasis on the speed of the game, meaning snap to snap. They'll go quick. And their goal is to try to get 90 to 100 snaps in there, and we're going to have to stop them. That's what we have to do defensively. And a great way to stop them defensively is also a counter it with some scoring on the offense, and then having the special teams be the thing that kind of gets us the win and making sure that's a difference maker for us, which it has been for the entire year. So looking forward to all three phases performing well, and excited for the players to get out there and play one more time together as a family.
Earlier in the week, both Isaiah Kafusi and Zach Wilson had mentioned still feeling like they need to prove something. Do you guys still feel like you have to prove your legitimacy to the outside world?
I think the guys love playing football, and that's the approach that you want your players and your leaders to have, is that you feel like you can do a lot more. And I've said it before, our players are intrinsically motivated, and they do it with this high level of appreciation. And so as a head coach, it's an honor for me to watch them work and watch them lead and interact with their teammates and the fans. And so I think for the most part, they just want to play their best game, and hopefully we can get that done on December 22nd. And that's a great work ethic approach that they're going to have that's going to carry them out throughout the next phase in their career when they graduate and leave for BYU.
Well, Kalani, we look forward to the bowl game, and congratulations on a quality signing class today. We appreciate the time, brother.
Let's go. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs indeed. That's Kalani Sitake on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.